Get your students ready for 21st century success. Students agree when it comes to learning Microsoft Office, hands-on work is a must. MyLab IT delivers trusted one-to-one content through an active, authentic learning experience. Rather than memorizing course material, students must decide for themselves when, why, and how to apply skills. The results? Learning that lasts and career-ready students. With the pre-built learning modules in MyLab IT, course setup is a snap. Students follow a pre-designed path of activities which can include simulations, graded projects, and student resources to support effective learning. MyLab IT gives students a leg up in their job search. Learners can earn badges proving they're proficient in Microsoft Office. Students can post these badges to social media and make real connections with hiring managers. Better content delivered authentically to prepare students for the workplace. Now let's take a look. Students access their course through their Pearson account. You as an instructor have the ability to give them a welcome message or notes on upcoming assignments. Students can also see their progress here from this homepage. Assignments can be accessed through the assignment calendar. With the pre-built learning modules, for you as an instructor, you just one click and drag and drop things onto this calendar. You can see the ease of navigation here. Students also can access through a to-do list, which gives them in order kind of what the things are that they're supposed to do. For instance, read the book. The e-text is amazing as it has a notebook, it has study tools for each chapter, which include flashcards, along with practice activities that they can work in. See if they get things right as they move along. What I like about an e-text is students, as they read through the material, if there's a highlighted word they don't know the meaning to, click on it and it gives them a definition. I always ask students, do you actually go back to the glossary and look it up? Most of them say no. So with that one click, you can see other materials here that would be of benefit to a student. Like we'll load an actual video in here for them to read. Then that gets them onto the simulation. These HTML5 cloud-based simulations provide students with authentic learning experiences. They feel like they're working live within Microsoft application as they work through the questions in the simulation. Students are able to get comfortable with the Microsoft application as they explore the authentic simulated environment without penalty. Additionally, MyLab IT offers multiple methods of completion according to 96% of Microsoft methods. MyLab IT offers an accessibility toolbar with screen reader integrity directly into our simulations to assist students with learning disabilities. Additionally, the screen reader translates our simulations into 6 other languages. The virtual keyboard, you don't see it here, but there's a tab there for it, is designed to replicate actions that a learner must do in order to complete the steps and tasks identified in the MyLab IT simulation. This may be necessary for students with non-PC hardware, such as a Mac computer, or students with disabilities. Learning aids give students the ability to read, watch, and practice when they get stuck on a question. Not only do the learning aids give students the reinforcement needed to complete the task, but they're also integrated directly within the simulation training so that students do not have to leave the graded assignment to access these helpful resources. You can see here the steps that this student is actually taking according to what this message is below here. They're supposed to type in souvenir program into that box, into the cell, and it won't let them do it until they get it right. And then there's another step that comes in that they're supposed to do. Now, if they ever get stuck, they can go over here to the learning aids, etc., to help them get unstuck. You can also see that it tells them the number of activities here, 1 of 22, that go along with this particular sequence, and the number of attempts that they have left. It also will tell you if you're kind of going down the wrong path. If you click on the wrong materials, it'll say this has nothing to do with the activity that you're trying to work on. So now this is on question number 2 of 22. They're supposed to fill in some data and use the tools that you would, learn that can be useful in any job that requires you to have Excel. So now we're on to the third question here. And so the student's just following the steps according to what's down in the lower left-hand corner of what this simulation is all about. Now remember, this is a simulation. You're not actually in Excel. You are in this simulation. And what's happening is that all this data is being captured, so then you as an instructor later on with a student action visualization will be able to see the exact track the student took. Now again, so we have some, because this is 2019, there's some aids that aren't listed in here yet, but they'll be in here during sometime in the summer. So again, so we talked about, we worked through some problems with numbers. Now this is other kind of things that the student is supposed to do. Here's a learning aid. Not only can you read, but you can listen to it. Now they're using this to put in formulations. So you can see the wide variety of questions it puts a student through. Here's a student quote. "I enjoyed the simulation trainings. Without them, I would be completely lost in the course." That says a lot. Now let's take a look at what graded projects have to offer. Graded projects provide an authentic learning experience by allowing students to complete projects live within the Microsoft application, further developing the skills they will need in their future careers. Students gain real-world context because they're using the actual application to complete a project. MyLab IT offers a library of over 1,000 graded projects, including over 500 compatible for Mac graded projects. We offer at least one Mac-compatible project per chapter. Instructors can easily identify which projects are 100% Mac-compatible via the instructor status site. Graded activities are completed live in Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. You'll submit projects for immediate grading by the MyLab IT Grader engine. There's 4 steps to complete a grader activity. 1, you have to download the starting materials, including like this Excel spreadsheet here, also the instructions step by step on what we're trying to accomplish here. So each one of these clicks is an actual step within that framework for this activity. You're going to work on the assignment as you see here on the computer. Then once you're finished with all of the activities, I think this one has over 20 steps that's supposed to be taken. Then you'll upload that completed assignment. So right here, we're saving that file, and then we're going to upload it to the activity. Right here you can see we've made some progress within our course. So now we're going to go back to the assignment, and then we're going to choose the file that we just created, and we're going to upload that to finish the assignment. All right, so we've saved it. Now we'll go back to our material, and then we're going to choose the file. Drop it in there. Upload. Then when it's saved, then we'll submit it for grading. In our last section today, we're going to talk about instructor course setup, grade reporting, and employability. Here's another quote. How can MyLab IT help students demonstrate competency in Microsoft Office applications? An instructor said that my IT lab was used in the Accounting Information Systems course for the professor to easily assess students' competency in Excel and give students the ability to demonstrate their mastery of specific skills. What were the results? Badges were received by 95% of students on 2 capstone grader projects. 43% of student survey respondents reported that they received a MyLab IT badge and posted it on LinkedIn or social media. Here's a student quote. In regards to the benefit of badging, one student commented, I think that it's proof that I have had higher training on Excel, and it will give employers confidence in my expertise. So instructor setup, as you can see here, what we're doing is we're just dragging and dropping these modules onto the assignment calendar. These pre-built learning modules make course setup easier than ever. These pre-built learning modules create a learning path for students by assigning activities and resources that students complete in a specific order. Students have to meet the mastery threshold before moving on to the next assignment in the learning module. These modules are based on research and instructor best practices and can easily be customized as needed by the instructor. You can see the ease of navigation, etc. We're also focusing more on the broader set of skills students need to succeed in their future careers. For example, we have quizzes that can lead to this critical thinking badge. Students can post this badge on social media. So instructor setup also, I want you to see that instructors have the ability to have a master course and then create sections. We're in one of our sections now, and we're going to look at grading, student grading. So these live comments reporting is probably the most valuable report because it allows you and the student to see the actual files the student submitted with markups, comments on what they missed. We're accessing this particular grade here. And you can see these reports. The student action visualization allows you to watch playback of learners' interactions with MyLab IT. Simulation activities for both training and assessment. These students' actions during each step of the task are displayed in the action pane in order in which it occurred. These actions are recorded during a particular step and they're reported under the corresponding steps. Student action visualization provides transparency on what the student got correct or incorrect. These are great. You can see these steps that they got right or wrong. It goes right through the whole scenario, whether they completed it or not. All right, let's talk a little bit about badging. MyLab IT offers open badges that validates students have obtained certain Microsoft Office skills by scoring 90% or above on a capstone grader project. MyLab IT badges can be easily shared on social media via LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as online portfolios and resumes. This is leading to real opportunities in connection with potential employers. Students also have access to real-time labor market insights within these badges. Hi, this is Doug Brauer signing off. I think you'll agree that by putting the student at the center of everything we do, all of our lives are much more rewarding. Here's a short video recapping what this presentation is all about. Thanks and have a great day.
IT students agree. When it comes to learning Microsoft Office, hands-on work is a must. MyLab IT delivers trusted one-to-one content through an active, authentic learning experience. Rather than memorizing course material, students must decide for themselves when, why, and how to apply skills. The result? Learning that lasts. And career-ready students. With the pre-built learning modules in MyLab IT, course setup is a snap. Students follow a pre-designed path of activities, which can include simulations, grader projects, and student resources to support effective learning. They have to master each activity before moving on to the next one. You can easily customize any of these learning paths. Need a course solution for both PC and Mac users? You're all set. MyLab IT 2019 grader projects are written for both PC and Mac users. Plus, Mac tips throughout the text help all students learn the skills successfully. MyLab IT gives students a leg up in their job search. Learners can earn badges, proving they're digitally literate or proficient in Microsoft Office. With our Critical Thinking badge, they can show future employers they're capable of high-level analysis and problem-solving. Students can post their badges to social media to make real connections with hiring managers. MyLab IT also keeps you current with changes to Microsoft Office 365. That's because we regularly revise the eText and grader projects to capture these updates. Better content, delivered authentically, to prepare students for the workplace. Get your students ready for 21st century success with MyLab IT.